Hello, I'm Andy Sanchez, and I'm here to present my site plan part 2 for Public Health 455. So when going through the sites, I figured I'd probably pick something that I am familiar with. So this is also pretty close to me as well, like as far as travel wise. It's roughly like 3 miles from my house, and so I decided to choose the College of Southern Nevada on the North Campus. This address is 3200 East Cheyenne Avenue, North Las Vegas, Nevada, 89030. I decided to choose this because I attended this college for approximately 2.5 to 3 years, studying getting my general education classes and prereqs out of the way before I decided to transfer over to UNLV. So we'll begin with existing conditions for the campus. The streetlights at the intersection. There are streetlights on the intersection of the entrance of East Cheyenne and North Van Diermere Street, which lead into the main entrance for the campus. And so that road turns into Campus Drive. Um, the speed limit on East Cheyenne is 40 miles per hour. And so once you enter through Campus Drive, you will go straight through 4 different speed bumps before you could even turn into the C building and the main entrance of the campus. Also, there's also the theater in that area as well, and the student library as well. If you actually have classes behind the C building, you would continue to go straight, and that's 2 additional speed humps that you need to travel through. Personally, I loved that we actually had to go through that many speed bumps because it basically is a one lane travel, and speed limit is 15. The multiple speed humps reduce the speed significantly, and it makes it a lot safer as well for travel. Um, of course, it's not ideal if you are running late to class, but that's not the point. I think there were so many rights that the college did when they were installing the student union. I do believe that there are always room for improvements, and these are a few that I believe this site could use. One to begin with would be lowering the speed limit on from North Van Diermere Street to Pecos. Between those two streets is where the campus sits, and it is highly trafficked. Um, Another thing would possibly adding a bike lane. Um, as you go down Cheyenne, you notice that there's no bike lanes to be seen. There are a few like bus lanes, but no bike lanes. I also believe you could place a median to match both sides of traffic on each Cheyenne. If you look at the image on the far left, on the left of that image, you'll notice one median at the traffic light, and that is turning left into Campus Drive. But on the other side of the traffic light, there's no median um, at all, and that you could turn to the left as well into the housing housing units. And I believe the biggest improvement that could be made is having a crosswalk for the entrance and exit of the parking lot of the G and S buildings. So once you go into the campus, on Campus Drive, you can make an immediate right, and that leads you to parking structures for the G and the S buildings at the campus. Um, so it's a pretty big parking lot, and there is an exit and entrance that leads you onto Cheyenne. But it is something I recognize that there's no sorts of regulations other than a stop sign, and I feel that a crosswalk could be beneficial on that for that entrance and exit, just because it is highly trafficked. It also would kind of slow down traffic as well and promote pedestrians to use the crosswalk to go across to and from the university, or even from one end of the street to the other. So as far as cross approximations, the highest would be the crosswalk with lights for pedestrians. Medium would be the bike lanes, and low would be the median on Cheyenne. When going through the list of costs, it was kind of eye opening to me that a bike lane could actually be more expensive than a slab of concrete, which a median would be. That was pretty eye opening for me. Something that I personally would not expect. When it comes to priorities, it was a little difficult for me to determine what would take top spot over what changes. But I personally believe that the crosswalk from the S&T parking lot would be number one. It also encourages pedestrians to use the crosswalk and cross the street safely. Another top priority would actually be reducing the speed limit, at least from Campus Drive to Pecos, which is where the campus sits. Going 40 miles per hour in that area is very high speed and very dangerous, I believe, especially with the amount of traffic that goes into the into the college, especially during school semesters. Medium, I believe, would be to match the median on East Cheyenne, so we'd have them on both sides. And then low, I would probably say the bike lane, just because of how busy East Cheyenne is to begin with. It's a major road that actually leads into the freeway and away from the freeway, so it is very highly trafficked and used as well. So a bike lane would be great. However, I'm not sure how safe it would be to have bike lanes on that street. At least with the crosswalks, we could have a crosswalk that with lights that flash and halt traffic when there is people going across the road. I believe that we can monitor or evaluate the changes and determine if they were successful by monitoring bike storage from students or staff as well that are using these changes. We could also monitor car traffic during class hours. We could see what the speed is as well. And as far as the crosswalk added, we could monitor foot traffic as well. And I believe these are changes that could be made and can actually be successful and promote a healthier way to commute to campus.